Hi everyone, welcome to emerge.space. I'm going to share a practice that fires up the core, but not in the traditional kind of sit-ups way. It's more facing the ground and resisting gravity through the plank and wind-removing poses and standing balances. So also a nice way to tone your digestive system in the morning, to activate your core fire in the morning. Best to practice this about an hour after food or even more if possible. Okay, so we're going to start in child's pose, make it quite compact, knees together, and I'll join you there. So our child's pose is really just an opportunity to connect to the belly in quite a tangible way. So you can bring your forehead towards the ground. I've got my elbows bent, hands next to my head. Take a moment to soften through your hands and soften through your feet. Feel each toenail on the ground. And then find your breath in your belly. Feel how your belly presses into your thighs as you breathe in, and how you can draw your navel towards your spine as you breathe out. You can really exaggerate that. Breathing in, belly to your thighs. Breathing out, squeeze your navel in and back towards your spine, squashing your abdominal organs. Maybe even breathe out your mouth. Breathe in and swell. Breathe out and squeeze. Take one more full round of breath here. And you can bring yourself to a tabletop position. Separate your knees to hip width apart. Tuck your toes and hover your knees off the floor. So we're in this hovering box. We're spreading through the back, heart and shoulders, hollowing armpits, and then feel the connection between your hips and your ribs. Take cow spine now. Inhaling, take your gaze forwards, lift your tail. Exhale, rounding, connecting ribs and pelvis in the front. Inhaling, connect ribs and pelvis at the back, look forwards. Exhale, round into the cat. Just taking 3 more, working slowly. Last one. Release your knees. Spread your hands. Bring your left knee a little bit in to the center, and then take your right leg up into the air. Make sure that your right knee is pointing the ground and that your foot is flexed. We'll then take the cow spine, inhaling, push your right foot into the ceiling. Open your collarbones, open your throat. Exhale, point your right foot and draw your nose to your right knee. Inhale, opening. Flex your right foot. Exhale, point your right foot, closing, rounding, connecting. Take 3 more with this leg. Slow, mindful movement. Release. Take that hovering box shape for a moment. You can separate your knees. You can bounce a little in your elbows. Wiggle it out. And release your knees. Bring your right knee towards the center and take your left leg back. Left knee to the ground. Foot is flexed. Inhaling. Open up your belly, your chest, your throat. Firm your left buttock. Exhaling, rounding into the cat spine, knee to nose. Inhaling, flexing your left foot. Exhaling, point your left foot, press into the ground, scoop your front body back. 3 more, inhaling and exhaling. Release your left knee. Tuck your toes, hover your knees for a moment. And then this becomes downwards facing dog, drawing space into your body, hanging your head. Down dog moves forwards to plank. Set up your plank so you can adjust your hands and your feet so that they're comfortable and that there's a sense of distributing your weight between your hands and your feet. Now spread your collarbones and notice that your collarbones are parallel to the ground. Inhale here. Exhale, heels to the right. Keep collarbones level to the ground. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels to the left. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels to the right. Inhale, heels up. Exhale, heels to the left. Come back to the center, and then back to downwards facing dog. You can walk your hands and your feet a little closer. Maybe take a sigh out through your mouth. And then walk your hands a little further forwards, come back to plank. Keep your collarbones level to the ground. Draw your right knee to your left elbow. Twist your pelvis, not your chest. Send your right leg back. Bring your left knee to your left elbow. Keep your collarbones level. Twist your pelvis. Send your left leg back. 1 more each side. Right knee, left elbow. It's tough. Right leg back. Left knee, right elbow. Come back. Now take both your heels to the right and bring your left hand to your left hip. Side plank. You can stay here, or you can stamp your left foot in line with your left hip. So now you've got 3 points on the ground for support. Then we'll take left arm up, spread through the chest, make your right leg strong, push your right hip up into your left hip, and then maybe take your left arm forwards, rounding your spine, arcing your spine. Take 1 more full breath here. And then you can change sides, so take your heels to the left. You can keep both legs extended, right hand, right hip, or you can stamp your right foot. When you're ready, use the ground, push down, and then lift your right arm. Right arm can drag forwards, arcing your spine to the left, pushing into the ground. Release your right hand, step back to plank. Plank becomes hanging cobra. Micro bend your elbows, dip your pelvis, stretch your belly. You can release your knees if it's too strong. In any case, firm your buttocks, micro bend your elbows, and then stretch your belly. Then down dog. With breath, inhale forwards to hanging cobra. Exhale back, downwards facing dog. Use your core connection to ripple your spine, inhaling forwards, press into your fingertips, exhale back. Just taking 1 more, inhaling forwards and exhaling back. I'm getting close to my plant here. Okay, from here, we're going to bend our knees, look to the hands and hop to Malasana outside the hands. So little hop, stepping to Malasana, and then a little hop back to down dog. So I like to think of a cat in the way that I work through my feet and my knees, and it's just working with a sense of suspension, which is all core connection. So you can take as many as you feel for, maybe 3 more. We'll all meet at the front of the mat in a squat. And you can come into a forward fold, swivel your feet, hang your spine, bend your knees, roll up through your spine. Loop your shoulders forwards, up, back, and down. So then we'll stand into the right leg, bring left thigh to the belly. We're working without hands, so it's really your core connection that holds your leg here. Just take 3 full breaths here. You can flex your foot, you can point your foot. And then change, standing into your left, raising your right, arms at your sides relaxed, and then pointing and flexing to keep awareness really running through your leg as a whole. As you exhale, draw your navel to your spine like we did before. Just one more breath. Replace your right foot, bring your left knee up. You can just bring it hip height now, hands to your heart. Now, as you exhale, draw your navel to your belly. Keep it there and send your left leg to straight. Holding for as long as you can. Use your breath. And don't throw this leg forwards. Keep drawing back into your core. Maybe your leg starts to shake. Can you hold one more breath? And release. Change. Bring your knee to hip height. Hands to your heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, draw your belly to your spine. Send your right leg forwards. Stay in your center. Keep visiting your spine with your navel as you breathe out. And just one more. When you are ready, release. Okay. Take your hands to interlace, flip your palms, reach up. My arms might get cut off here, but I just want us to take a full stretch. So this exaggeration of length through your core, you can even lift onto your toes. And then when you really have reached your max, split your hands, ground your heels, fold forwards, release your head. You can step out to downwards facing dog. And then release your knees. Come into child's pose. This is where we began. Breathe into your belly. Full release. One more like that. And then you can slowly roll up. Roll your shoulders forwards, up, back, and down. And then we're going to bring our hands to interlace behind the back and lean back. Lift your ribs away from your hips. Stretch through your front body. You can lift your gaze. And then release your chin to your throat. Change the interlace of your hands. One more like that. Maybe your knuckles meet the ground. Press down through your shins. Lift your ribs away from your hips. And then you can release. Change interlace round your back. And slowly lift to a neutral spine. So we'll bring dominant hand into non-dominant hand and just bring thumbs to touch. Take a moment to hug your inner thighs together. Feel your big toes touching. Press down into the ground. Lift up through your spine. Spread through your collarbones. Slight tuck of the chin. And then breathe through your midline. As you exhale, draw your navel to your spine. Feel that you've awoken connection through your core, through your center. We'll close the practice with a simple bow of our heads. Thank you. Much love. I hope that was helpful. Please know that you can take longer for any of those. If there was a particular part that you felt like you could hold longer, if you repeat this practice, play with length, play with repetition. The core strength, when it builds, needs more. So I'm offering something as a baseline, but of course you can build from it, and you can also do less if you're feeling for that. Sending my love, and see you again next week.